you'll know that I've successfully lost weight with Alevere in 2019 and 2020, and I'm now stabilized at, well, 12 stone 5.5 I was this morning on the scales, and my weight has never been more stable. I'm now over a month since I finished the diet, and I am keeping a check on things. I'm not going crazy, but I am enjoying myself, and I'm introducing more normal foods into my diet now. So for example, in the last week, I've had a barbecue, 2 barbecues in fact, because we've had some nice weather. You know, some Charlie Bingham's deals that we've treated ourselves to because they were discounted. All of these things are absolutely fine, but what I'm doing is kind of saving myself for a really decent meal, but nothing too crazy. So, you know, for example, with the Charlie Bingham's, when they say this lasagna is for 2 people, if you have half of that and no more carbs on your plate, you're just having it with salad, I'm finding I'm not noticing any weight gain on my scales. Now, I am every morning still doing my 6-minute workout. Now I'm stuck on this day 24 of the app that I've told you about previously, the Plank Challenge app that I have no affiliation with whatsoever, but it does mean that every day when I get out of bed, I do this 6 minutes of exercise. It was really hard at first, but they build you up obviously through the days, and I can tell you now I'm not getting past day 24. I'm still struggling with it, but I'm completing it every single day. And that little app tells me every day that that short exercise burns anything from 180 to 200 calories. It knows your weight and height and everything else. So that's pretty good. Then I'm having my normal breakfast, which is just muesli, a few nuts thrown in there, some raisins, some blueberries, some fat-free Greek yogurt, mix that all up, have it with a black coffee, and I'm still eating what's left of my, taking what's left of my Alevere medication. So I'm having a sodium tablet, magnesium tablet, I've stopped the potassium, I've run out of that, and I'm still having that Quinton fluid that I just have with a glass of water. Other than that, mid-morning I might have an orange or a satsuma and a handful of nuts. I am having a cup of tea with a splash of milk, and lunch is normally just a soup. So then I come to my evening meal, which, as I say, could be, you know, the correct portion. I find ready meals are quite good because they tell you exactly what you should be taking. And then in the evening, yeah, I might have a treat. It could be an ice cream cone. It could be a couple of biscuits, or most likely it's normally a handful of nuts. Now, a guy of my age, my height, and the fact that I'm doing this exercise and building a little bit of muscle, those miracle scales that I showed you last week tell me that I'm burning 1800 calories a day as a baseline. So given the fact that I'm doing a little bit of exercise most days, a walk with the kids, going out on my bike, doing a bit of gardening, all that sort of stuff, I reckon my net calorie allowance per day is somewhere around the 2000, 2200. I reckon I could probably go to 2500 before I start seeing any real gain on the scales. And 2500 once or twice a week isn't impacting me at the moment. My weight is concrete, it's not moving, and my life feels great. I love having this extra strength in my core. I love it that I'm not living on milkshakes anymore and that I can eat sensibly. I really thought when I first came off this diet that I would be supplementing you know, meals with milkshakes here and there to try and keep things in balance, but so far, fingers crossed, I seem okay. I've got a box of milkshakes still in the cupboard just in case I do suddenly see a 3-pound spike or something. But yeah, so far it's okay. So this is really good news, because in my previous experience, and I have lost weight with Alevere in the past, it's been that you come off the plan and you gain weight quite quickly. Now, for me, that is because I've come off the plan at a bit of a rush in the past, because I've had big holidays planned. Big holidays with unlimited food buffets. That's why it's gone wrong for me. In that first month, I've seen half a stone plus of weight gain because I didn't stabilize properly, I didn't step down through the weeks, and I wasn't sensible with my food. Now, my stomach has obviously shrunk. I'm much more satisfied with a lot less food. So I go with the Charlie Bingham's because for me now, less is more. I would rather have a little of something really lovely than a huge pile of pasta or spaghetti bolognese or whatever. I am very conscious of carbs now. If I have I don't know, we had some lovely steaks on the barbecue earlier in the week, and I just had that with half a small jacket potato and a load of salad and some coleslaw. That's all I need. Carbs, I think, for me, are an issue. Beer as well. I'll have a bottle of beer while I'm doing the barbecue, but then I'll stop. And if I do want to have a few drinks, we've done a few of these Zoom parties during the lockdown, we have vodka cocktails. Vodka obviously is a lot less carby, a lot less calorific than a pint of beer. And well, it does the same job. And well, yeah, I'm not used to drinking, having been on this thing for a while, so I don't need many of them before I really feel the effect. So anyway, I'm doing this slightly differently this week. I'm recording this directly into YouTube, trying to make it as easy as possible so I can keep these up. If I can keep these up, it keeps me in check. And well, for those of you out there going through this same journey, I would love to have seen this, to have seen that at the end of it, you know, there is hope that you do get there and you can have a few treats and you're not going to have to live like some health freak for the rest of your life. That you can, yeah, have an ice cream cone and some popcorn at the cinema or whatever it takes without, you know, fearing getting back on the scales and seeing massive weight gain. Don't get me wrong, McDonald's is closed at the moment. All those restaurants are closed, and maybe normally following this massive weight gain, maybe I would think, wow, I want to go out and treat myself and take the family to one of my favorite restaurants or whatever. We don't have that option at the moment, so everything's very controlled. But yes, I do feel I'm pushing it. I'm seeing what I can get away with in relation to the exercise I'm doing, so it'll be interesting to see over the coming weeks and months just how well I'm keeping it. As I say, I'm 12.5, 12.6, sometimes 12.7 at the moment, 12.5 today. Who knows? As long as I can stay within that range, as long as I can stay sub 12.5 stone, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sorted for life. But I am going to keep close tabs on it because I know my history, I know what I'm like. Anyway, just a quick update this week. They are going to be brief from now on. Well, I say that when I sometimes watch them back, I realise I've gabbled on for 12 minutes, so apologies for that. Anyway, that's it for this week. I will see you next week. Thanks as always for watching and supporting this channel. If you have any questions, obviously send me a message. I will always reply to them because we don't get many of them. So yeah, it's always lovely to hear from you. Take care for now. Stay safe in this lockdown, and I'll speak to you next week. All the best.